My name is Margaret, and this time last year I left my full-time job selling real estate to learn how to build RVs from scratch. So let's talk about it. To make a very long story short, my parents have been trying to get a campground started here in the city of Southern Maine for the past couple of years. And for this campground, my dad really wanted to do cabins that resembled one that his family had had when he was a child, that were kind of timber frame, log cabin style tiny homes or RVs or really whatever the town was going to allow us to build. Now, after doing a bunch of research, he couldn't really find anything that was resembling exactly what he was looking for. And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. So he decided to build these cabins, or at least one, to see if it was something that was feasible for him to do. To see if he could do it on his own. So my dad decided to take a class over in New Hampshire to learn how to timber frame to start off this journey. And he graciously invited me to come along with him. And it ended up being probably the best decision I've ever made. So we took the class over in New Hampshire, and when we got back, immediately jumped into building a timber framed shed to kind of hone in on our skills of what we had just learned and make sure that we really nailed down the concept so we didn't just forget everything right away. So while I was finishing up the timber framed shed, my dad started on designing and actually framing out the RV. Now, we ended up going the RV route because of, well, A, what the town would even allow us to do, and B, in the state of Maine, to be considered a tiny home, you have to be built in a factory. So that knocked calling us, or what we were building, tiny homes, that knocked that right out of the way. So then we were calling it a small structure for a while, but after talking with the town and figuring out what was even going to be allowed or feasible, we found a company that's going to certify us as an RV as long as we keep following the rules. So it's going to be an RV, and I'll just call it an RV for the purposes of this video. But my dad started on the frame, did that all by himself. He had already purchased the trailer earlier in the year. My cousin had helped him prep it, and I had absolutely nothing to do with that process. But trust me when I say it was easily the most difficult part of this entire process. And if you're thinking about doing this on your own, I would recommend buying a trailer that's already ready for something like this, versus buying one that needs to be worked on, because that probably was, I would say, even maybe the most labor intensive of all of this. So by the time I finished the timber framed shed, my dad was ready to start putting the frame together. So we put it together, and then we started, the rest kind of fell into place, right? We did the roof, we did the siding, and for us, these are only going to be seasonal RVs. So the interior wall is the exterior wall. There's no insulation, so that made things a little bit easier and a little bit quicker for us. So we did the roof, which was probably the scariest part of this entire process. We did the siding, windows. This is not an insulated RV, but it is air and weather tight, so you're not going to get, wet. The bugs aren't going to bite you. We did seal it up really well. So once we finished the exterior frame, I got in there and started laying down the flooring and then prepping the countertops and shelves and whatnot for, the kitchen and the bathroom and everything else. So really all that's left, aside from me finishing up the shelves and the countertops and whatnot, is the plumbing and electrical, which I say it like it's a small thing, and it's probably not going to be, because like the rest of this, we were complete newbies to this. So again, everything has a huge learning curve, but all we have left is the plumbing and electrical after this, and then a couple of, quick things that we have to do when the weather gets a little bit warmer. We're nearing the end of this journey, and looking back at it, it was a really fun process, and I decided to document it because why not? This channel is all about education, and I figured there's definitely people out there that are looking to do something like what we just did. And, even just seeing a brief view of the process a year ago today would have been probably incredibly helpful just to see what I was in for. So I hope you enjoy this documentation of us truly learning what we were doing. My dad came from a software background. We really both came from a business background, and we're not well versed in what to do or how to do any of this. And I would not call myself the handiest person in the world. I am and was fairly familiar with, using tools. My dad was blessed with two girls, and I always like to say that Nobody believes in a little girl more than a dad who needs some help. So I definitely wasn't, a pro at this by any means. I truly had no idea what I was doing, but my dad and I have enough work ethic and faith in ourselves to figure it out. So trust when I say, if I can do it, you can do it. And I hope if you're thinking about doing something like this, it gives you the courage to start a project, because it's truly been a life-changing experience. So as of mid-January 2026, the campground still is not approved, but we're very hopeful for at some point this year to hear back from the town and hopefully be able to build more RVs to showcase to you guys. If you have more questions about more of the nitty-gritty of how we went about this process, feel free to reach out. All of our information is down below. And if you have any thoughts or comments about what you'd like to see, or funky things that even you think we should add to these cabins to kind of add to that overall timber framed log cabin style, feel free to drop them down below. And I do just lastly want to note that while we did take a timber framing class and there are aspects of our RVs that are timber framed and scribed, this is not a timber framed structure by any means, and a timber frame purist would probably hate me for saying that it was even something remotely close to that in the first place. But when you're building an RV, you do have to take weight into consideration, and timber frames can get pretty heavy, so we had to be cautious of that. Anyways, thanks for listening to our story. I hope to have more RV content to showcase to you guys in the future, so we'll see you next time.